Cheers! Hey, dude, buckaroos, how the heck are you? I am Tom the Beer Whisperer. If you can hear the music, man, I got some Papa Chubby, man. If the diesel don't kill you, the junk feel will. My personal favorite song by him, but he's got a lot of great ones. Anyway, so yeah, went over to a friend's house today to watch some football. At least the first game, anyway. Came home after that. DJ had the Schlafly Oktoberfest, and I had the public house. So I gave him the public house. He gave me a Schlafly, which I hadn't had yet this season. Now, I've had this a lot in years past, I'll be honest with you, but I hadn't had it yet this season. 5.5%, 25 IBUs, relatively standard for the style. So let me show you the color. I mean, the color is about right. Looks like a Marathon. Not as, I'll be honest with you, not as sweet on the nose as a lot of them I've had this season. I felt a lot of them very sweet this season. This one, you get those nice toasted malt notes. You get those herbal hops. I feel like I'm getting just a hint of anise on the nose, or tarragon, kind of a lighter form of anise there. Oh yeah, big and malty right away. Not quite the caramel, but almost. It almost gets there. Again, that herbal, that beautiful herbal finish that you expect. A little drier than most that I've had. I will say that. Now, whether that's a plus or minus, it kind of depends on your particular taste buds and how you like to feel it. I like a drier finish, I'll be honest, so I love that about it. But I always struggle when people ask, well, how would you rank them? I don't like to rank anything. I think they're all great for different things. Again, this one, the Mother's Oktoberfest, Springfield Brewing Company, Mayhem Marathon. Another one of my personal favorites that I can't, or they only sell at the brewery there, is Show Me's. Show Me's got this Marathon that's just insane. Or Oktoberfest, I should say. Oh, it's good though. Yeah, I wasn't going to do a video today on a Sunday. That's why I like to stop drinking early on a Sunday. We went out to see a friend watch some football. He was doing some Mexican food, which he usually does, but he was doing some nice carnitas tacos today. So he asked me to make the Mexican rice, so I did. So I brought that over. But it was nice, relax, drink some beer, talk with some old friends, We never got together for football last year because everybody was kind of staying in their own, their pod or their own bubble. But what the hell? But it was nice to see some of these guys I hadn't talked to in a while. Schlafly, in my opinion, is probably the most underrated brewery in Missouri. Because when you talk about St. Louis breweries, their name rarely comes up. You always hear about the Darlings, Perennial comes to mind. Side Pocket. But, Schlafly's been a stalwart out there. Almost since the very beginning of craft beer. I think 91 is when they came into inception. And there wasn't a whole lot of craft breweries out when they came out. And they've been doing great beer for a long time, but they do beer, right? They're not. They do have some specialties, don't get me wrong, but this is what they're known for: making classic beer styles and doing it right. While other breweries are getting by on flash, they're actually getting by on substance, and that's what I like about Schlafly. So there you go. Cheese biscuits and gravy, that's good. So anyway, got home from that football I was telling you about. Ran by Schuman's Market, grabbed some meat. My wife threw some beans in the Instant Pot, so I was going to just use some canned beans because we had some on hand, but I really don't like to. I usually use dry beans for my chili. So she ended up, we just put them in the Instant Pot, and they only take about 30 minutes to cook in there, right? So yeah, I've got the meat simmering. When the beans are done, we'll put them into, let that simmer a little bit longer, and we're going to have some football Sunday chili. So there you go. And that's what's happened at Casa Tomas, Casa the Beer Whisperer. Yeah, it was nice to see my friend Frank and his wife and their kids. Gage and Jade, and it's always nice to be over. They're just good folks, and you know, Frank always cooks way too much food, and I always eat a little bit over there. Today I might eat a little bit more. Anyways, yeah, I can't turn down Mexican food. I swear to goodness, I might be part Mexican somewhere because I eat Mexican food like nobody's business. And I eat spicier more than anybody in my family. I love spicy. I love jalapenos and serranos. I just like, traditionally Mexican food really isn't inherently spicy, but that's why you have this stuff on the side, right? You've got the jalapenos, you've got the salsa, you've got the pico. You can add to it to beef it up if you want, but, and I typically do. What I did now, though, is we had some peppers from our garden. We had 3 small serranos, 3 small red serranos, I should add. And one jalapeno was nice and striped. It was green, but had beautiful stripes on it. So I fried them up. So I'm going to have that with my chili. My wife's making some cornbread, so we got some Americana going on here. Anyways, I digress. Schlafly. Yeah, I do believe Schlafly is probably one of the most underrated breweries, if not in Missouri, could be even the country. I mean, they're a brewery that should be taken a whole lot more serious than they are because they get by on just doing good beer, right? They're not looking for trends. They're not hopping on each trend. They're making solid beer, and you're going to get very few clunkers with a Schlafly product. So there you go. Cheese biscuits and gravy. Anyways, I digress. Whew, it's sweaty though. I was going to take my shirt off, so I better leave it on for the video. No, but I'm going to take it off as soon as I hit stop, man. It's sweaty, man. Anyways, I digress. I am Tom the Beer Whisperer, Beer Evangelist, prolific beer drinker, purveyor of wisdom, and hey, thanks DJ for the beer. All around good guy. Cheers. Cheese whiz.